Hello, how are you? Oh dear, it feels funny coming back on film because it's been so many days. I'm so sorry. I'm doing readings for people. If you book in with me, we'll get you in, and that's fine. The videos, I've been struggling because I've got the kids off, and we've been away already to see my cousins up north on a road trip, and then we're going away in another week down to Glastonbury, spiritual centre of England. So we do that every summer, and then at the end of the month we're going down to my other auntie down south. So it's just a mad summer. It's fun. I'm really loving it, but it's just I can't get on and do very many videos. But I am basically trying to think of ways I can just squeeze some videos on, because they might not be me sitting at this desk. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about maybe just not always sitting here, because it's quite a lot to, I know it doesn't look like a lot, but this is my table that the kids use, you know, it's like our eating table and everything. So I'm like, perhaps, because I remember last summer I did some in my bedroom. So I might do that. I might start just like, or even in the kitchen. I used to occasionally do a reading right at the beginning. So I think maybe I need to just start being a bit more flexible about where I do my readings over the summer. But in any case, if you want to book in, that's absolutely fine, because I have to do it, you know. So yeah, you know, like I like it. Obviously I like doing readings for you anyway, but I have to do it because I'm like everyone else, you know, we have to make our money somehow, don't we? So I will always prioritise readings, and I'm going to try and figure out a way to do more videos, because I just feel like it's so weird not doing videos, and I sort of miss you when I'm not doing videos. So I'm going to crack on, because I haven't got that long, because I'm taking the kids snowboarding. And trust me, I'm not getting on any sort of snowboard. That's not happening. Now, happy Lammas, because Lammas in the pagan festivals is the second harvest of the year. So I'm changing to the white cat tarot. So we'll see how we get on with that. There is another tarot I want to buy, a witch's tarot, which I have used before ages ago, and I want to buy that, a mini deck of that, and then so I might switch to that. We'll use the white cat tarot for a little while, and then I might switch over to the witch's tarot before we go to Halloween, because Halloween, well, no, what's it? I usually go to the steampunk tarot, actually. Perhaps I'll use the steampunk. The steampunk one's very nice. So I'm going to use the romance angels for relationship message. I'm going to use the rose oracle today for a message from our spirit guides. But yeah, I'm not getting enough message from spirit for our soul family. Sometimes the downtime is good, I'm not going to lie, because in the silence and the space is the portal through which spirit communicates and does its work. So I don't force things to happen on this channel. So you will notice that things go quiet sometimes. And that's basically where I'm working with spirit. Obviously I'm with the kids and I'm doing things, but I'm working with spirit all the time. And they're communicating loads of different things to me. So, and I do want to share some of that as well. I did say that I might share some of that this summer, so I should write that down to remind myself. But in any case, spirit will tell me when to do that. Yeah, so I will be sharing some information at the right time with you about what spirit has been telling me. But I'm conscious that I'm not bringing through enough messages from spirit for all of you. Obviously, there's loads of other channels you watch, I know that. But it's, you know, we are a soul family on this channel, you know, quite a lot of us. So I know what it's like. And there is sort of, yeah, I'm going to find a way to get more messages through. So we've got the Hidden Truth Oracle as the, what is your person thinking? And I am drinking normal tea. And I'm going to crack on, because I literally have got 45 minutes to do this. Because then the kids need their lunch before we go to the snow dome. Oh dear, but I hope you're all doing all right, because we're on a full moon as well. We had a full moon yesterday. Do you know what? I would say to you, this one has not been emotional or mental for me at all. With my mental health, it's physically. I can't tell you how it's knocked me physically, but I won't go into that. Too much information that you don't need to know. Oh dear, and I'm not just talking women's problems either. I am talking other things as well. But again, I try not to talk about my issues too much. bit too personal. Oh dear. Right, let's go into Taurus. I tell you what, I could be so personal and tell you everything because I don't really care. But I'm just conscious because I've got kids. If I didn't have kids, I tell you what, the stuff I'd share on this channel would make you crack up with laughter. It really would. Hopefully one day I will do that because that's what I'd really like this channel to be like. Right, romantic feelings, Taurus. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, now this could be to do with love, or it could even be to do with anything. It's just that confirmation that you've got certain feelings and they're worth exploring. Cat tarot. Quite excited to use the cat tarot. Right, so what they're saying is that you've actually done very well lately. Okay, recent past, you've done well. You've actually been succeeding and you've been achieving and you've got certain resources and certain things there to hand, whatever that may be, you know, and you're in a good position. You've got yourself into a good position lately. Well done. You've got the Hangman at the moment, so you might be feeling a bit frustrated because it's like, yeah, I have got all this, or I have achieved this, I have got these resources, but something at the moment isn't happening for you and you kind of want it to, and you may feel a bit delayed. You know, but it's because Spirit is trying to awaken you to a higher level so that whatever your next steps are, you're going to push them to the highest. You're going to be, you know, breaking new grounds. You're not just going to be repeating things you've done before. So because that's what the Hangman's all about. It's about an awakening to the next level. And so that type of awakening takes a bit of time. It doesn't tend to happen overnight. You know, because we have to kill off old pain body, old karma, which is an obstruction to source. Once we kill that off, then we open up the pathway. Then the portal is open, and then we're going to step forward in our highest and best. You know, we're going to move, we're going to be upgraded. So that's what the Hangman card's all about. So it is frustrating and it's uncomfortable. A lot of the time it's a bit uncomfortable because you're thinking, oh, for God's sake, you know, I'm not happy in this current situation. I want this to move forward. But Spirit doesn't just want you to move forward in the old way. It wants you to move forward in your highest and best. You've got loads coming in. You've got the 8 of Pentacles. Look at that, bright and shiny. And you've also got the 7 of Pentacles, right? So there's an opportunity coming your way. It looks like there's somebody that's feeling a bit fed up, who's kind of wanting someone just like you, quite honestly. And they're wondering, you know, well, when's good things going to happen for me? So there's somebody here that's almost like looking for you, I feel. I'm starting to understand our connection. So somebody might be having a wake-up call about you as well very soon. Let's have a look at your spirit guide message. Morning dew, clarity, a fresh start and a positive outlook. Morning dew, clarity, a fresh start and a positive outlook. Yeah, they're preparing you. At the moment, it's all about exploring your feelings, exploring options, exploring yourself, learning about your own feelings. Something's being prepared for you, and you may not get it right now, but it's not far off by the looks of it, because they're supporting you with clarity. And that's the thing, clarity doesn't just come like that. So, you know, it's taken me months this year to get the clarity I've got now. And it was really confusing and really triggering for me, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And it was like very triggering and upsetting, and it made me feel quite anxious and scared, because I knew I needed a fresh start, but I didn't really know what that fresh start was or how it was going to be, you know. And it's so much easier, like, you know, you've got that ego and it's wanting me to repeat how I've always done things before, but I just had to forge ahead into the unknown. And that's what Spirit's supporting you with. And if you just hold yourself in that space of the unknown, the clarity will come, because space is a portal for Spirit to enter your life and bring you the information. But that takes a bit of space, a bit of patience, a bit of time of doing nothing, which is a bit strange. And it can also be quite frustrating. But it's all coming. I can see it in the cards, Taurus. It's all coming. Okay, so, you know, look at that. Ace of Pentacles. I actually quite like this cat tarot. Oh, I'm not going to lie, I've got such bad period pains today. It's ridiculous. It's really uncomfortable. I'm going to crack on though. I'm not going to let it get in my way, god damn it. Virgo. Oh dear, I've just got to keep, you know, we are not the body, we are not the body. Right, Virgo. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So it could be somebody connected to you who's got an addiction and that affects your relationship. It could also be that you've got various habits. It doesn't have to be codependency and it doesn't have to be addiction, but there may be certain things you're doing that are sort of like, in a way, blocking the heart chakra or blocking energy for you. Look, we're human, we all do it. I know I do. Right, so the thing is, you have actually been getting yourself into a much better alignment lately. You've got the Star card. So you've been a lot more aligned to your true spiritual nature. Rather than the false self, you've been tuning more into your true self and honouring your true self, which is beautiful. And so your life has started improving lately, okay? And it's like, may still not be how you'd like it, but certain things are starting to be a bit better for you, because you're coming from the true self, you're coming from Spirit, from Source. Now, things are going to just keep moving along quite nicely here, believe it or not. You've got the Three of Pentacles. There's an energy of cooperation here. There's the energy of things are still kind of at the beginning phases, but they're actually going to be progressing and moving quite nicely, and it's quite a fertile time. I would say it's quite a fun time to see that things are actually building quite nicely for you. You're connecting here with an energy that is quite frustrating, all right? And I don't know if it's group energy or one particular person. It's going to be different for everyone. But there's an energy of people being, on the one hand, they're quite positive and they work quite hard. On the other hand, they sort of get fed up quite easily, quite triggered quite easily, and question what's the point all the time, you know? And so it's like one step forwards, two steps back. And you're dealing with that type of energy. And they are deceptive sometimes, or play games, or sometimes they're just totally unrealistic in their plans. You know, how they see things happening is really quite unrealistic. So it's a funny energy, it's a mixed energy. And I would say the most likely reason for that is that you've been trying to clear your energy. You've been trying to realign. You've been getting yourself more in touch with your true self, but it's still early days. So you've got to remember that your outer reality is only a reflection of your inner energy. So, you know, if you give it a bit more time and you really stay focused on you and how you're living your life now, you know, all of these external energies will start to become better. They'll become more, as you become more settled, these external energies will become more settled. You know, either the actual people will become more settled, or they will just drop away and you will attract more settled people. And there is an energy here saying we need to let each other go. I mean, this is the thing. I think you're dealing with an energy that is very unsettled. One step forward, two steps back. There's a sort of triggered energy there. It's their ego. They're panicking, or they go into sort of negative frame of mind, whatever it may be. I don't think you need to focus on that. I would just carry on with your beautiful alignment. I think you're doing absolutely fantastic. Don't entertain any thoughts about these people or this person, because they're more triggered than you, quite frankly. And your spirit guides are helping you with the child within. Inner mother, innocence, gentleness and tenderness. How beautiful. So that is basically like the star, really, because the child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, tenderness. You know, Virgo, you finally being kind to yourself. You're finally allowing yourself to focus on you and not get so stressed out about others. And that's very good. That's very healthy. It's bringing you into a lovely spiritual energy. Your spirit guides are helping you to be tender with yourself, helping you to be gentle with yourself, you know, and to not feel like you need certain habits or people. You know, you've got you. You are source. You are your own source. And this is now a beautiful new beginning for you, Virgo. Things are going to come along so much better for you now and progress so much better for you now. So this energy, I wouldn't worry about whether it's a group of people or a particular person. It's going to settle down. All right. So we'll go into Capricorn. I'm taking far too long for these readings. I've not got the time. It's because I haven't done readings on the channel for a few days, so I'm going in a bit deep. It always happens with me. Oh dear. That's why I'm starting to think about doing like individual videos again, you know, just like ad hoc, and just do like them individually, because then at least I'm getting them out there. I do 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Okay, let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally, Capricorn. Take a deep breath when we say that. Let go of control issues. Let it unfold naturally. Spirit knows exactly what it's doing for you, and you're going to look back in a year from now and go, my God, that makes so much freaking sense. Just like you do now when you look over the last year and you go, do you know what, that makes so much freaking sense. Why are those certain people in my life? Why are those certain things were happening? I totally understand it now. And Spirit did have my back. Spirit knew what I needed to experience and knew what I needed to learn. And Spirit was trying to communicate with me, but I just didn't freaking understand what the hell Spirit was trying to say. Because I work with Spirit direct, but when it's about me, I get just as confused as everyone else, trust me. Because the reason why it's confusing, we've all got karma, right? And whatever karma we've brought forward from a past life basically dictates how much ego we've got. And ego is the obstruction from consciousness. So it's very difficult. If we've got a lot of karma, like I had a lot of karma, that is, if you've got a lot of karma, it means you've got a lot of ego. And if you've got a lot of ego, that's a massive obstruction from being able to consciously perceive. So other people might be able to perceive your problems in your life, but actually trying to perceive your own is very difficult, because your own ego will obstruct you from being able to perceive. So it's like you're blind. So that's why it's hard to let go of control issues, because we can't see clearly. If we could see clearly, we would completely trust in Spirit. And that's the thing. So the more ego you burn off, the more you start to be less obstructed by your ego. You start to see more clearly, and you naturally start to trust more in Spirit. You naturally start to let go of the control. So you might already be doing this. We're on a full moon, like we had it yesterday or the day before. So you know, you probably found that this full moon has helped you to let go of some control and just become more at peace with just allowing everything to unfold naturally. It's like, yeah, I can be at peace with that, you know. Death card, you know, an ending. Yeah, you're just like sort of, it's like, I'm not going to keep repeating these patterns because it's not serving me. And look at this, the star. So I think this is a really good full moon for Capricorn. I think it's really helping you come into your true self, shine your light, find your place within yourself again, your source, and just feel, yeah, this feels much more aligned. This feels a much better way for me to do things. And I'm going to stop doing the things that I've been doing. I think you're just naturally becoming more warm. You're naturally becoming more relaxed and warm, and it's like, you know, when I say warm, I mean like an inner warmth from source. And it's just making you just feel more relaxed and peaceful and happy, you know, to interact with people without the ego telling you, oh, I need something, I need this, I need that. I think Capricorn's less and less like that. You're much more in your power. You're dealing with an energy that is very sort of like, been very confused. It's a very confused energy here, whether it's one person or multiple people. But they've been on this journey to find themselves. So their journey hasn't really been about you. And that sounds nasty, but it's just what Spirit's been sending you people that are on their own journey to find themselves, because that is a message. You need to be focusing on your journey to find yourself, you know. So that's what you've had to deal with. It's not very nice when people are just more interested in their own journey and confused, but they have been on a journey to find themselves. Now they've got the Lovers card. It's all the mystery of life for them. It's coming out in reverse. I don't really read reversed cards anymore, and certainly not Major Arcana cards reversed. They could be starting to find some answers, but I would say there's still quite a level of mystery in their life. They're breaking new ground. They're probably exploring or waiting to be shown by Spirit what's going to happen next in their life, and they've been a bit, maybe they've been learning to accept that life is a bit of a mystery and they need to calm down a bit. There's somebody saying here, I will wait for a sign from you. Well, if you are going to show someone a sign, you will get a sudden urge that is completely uncontrollable. Completely. And that would be predestined. Sort of like God's made you do it. So if you don't get a really, really, you know, urgent feeling that you cannot control, I would say it's best not to contact anyone. Probably, most likely, this person doesn't have a partner at the moment, by the way. Open, say yes, expand through the extremes and trust life. Yes, I love that card for Capricorn. Open. I'll read it again. Say yes, expand through the extremes and trust life. That's what we're talking about. That's what that whole reading was about. Letting go of control issues, allowing your life to unfold naturally, feeling more at peace, feeling the warmth within yourself. You don't need anything from anyone. You know, you are expanding. You are saying yes to Spirit. You know, and you've got the Star. You are ending old karmic patterns because you're tired of them and you're not doing it anymore, you know. So there you go. Right, Aquarius, I've got to crack on with these. I'm not going fast enough. I'm never going to get it done in time. Aquarius. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of this holiday together. You've got let go of control issues as well. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Right, so you've been on some sort of relaxation, or you're about to. It may not be a honeymoon, but it could feel just like that feeling of like, you know, because you could be on your own, but it's just that feeling of retreat and how lovely that is. And Spirit is basically saying to you at the moment in your life, you can't really control things. Everything's going to happen naturally. It's all going to unfold naturally in its own good time. And I think you're quite relaxed about that, Aquarius. It's like, you know what, I can actually be quite relaxed about my life and about my relationships. Just things are going to happen in their own good time. You know, it's all going to come. Good things are going to come to you. Yeah, I mean, you've got fantastic energy. You've basically recently received some level of abundance from Spirit, whether that be money or whether that be an influx of love, you know, from friends, family, whoever, you know. So you've been your energy's balancing out much nicer as well. You might have felt quite crazy this year, quite stressed, that type of thing. But it's all balancing out very nicely for you now. You're getting a better balance, right? So you might be feeling more warmth within yourself, right? And I mean, I've got Aquarius in my chart and I'm noticing this. It's like, Aquarius, sometimes we're too hard on ourselves. We're too cold with ourselves. People always say Aquarius is a cold zodiac sign. It's not cold, but we could be cold to ourselves, you know, far too cold to ourselves. And I feel like that's where we're getting a better balance, all right? And you've got the Strength card. So you're basically getting a really good, you're sinking in with Spirit here. You're getting a better balance with the people around you because you're getting a better balance within yourself. And the nice thing is you're not forcing anything to happen. This is like you really starting to relax now and enjoy things more, you know, and just be like, you know what, I can go with the flow. Like, I don't have to rush anything. And I actually feel pretty good, you know, and I totally feel this as well. Like, you know, whereas before I was always trying to sort of figure out what shall I do next, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm just like, you know what? I've got to, we're in August now. And yeah, it feels good. I don't feel I have to force my love life or force any part of my life. It's just relaxing. Because the more you relax, you're allowing Spirit to work with you and to bring you things. You know, they're going to be bringing you things. So this Aquarius, lovely energy. And it's fantastic because Spirit is actually going to be offering you something very soon, an Ace of Wands. And that is definitely something that is brought by Spirit that you can action. Okay, so whether it's a relationship, whether it's just more fun, self-improvement, work, whatever it is that you want, Spirit's going to be bringing it to you and you're going to be able to action it. Put it into action. And it can be money related as well. And it's the ending, it's the ending of energies for you being very complicated. There could well be someone who's very attracted to you coming in very soon. And they are very over and done with a past relationship. Or if they had a very bad time, they're really over it, which is nice, isn't it? Because we don't really want to get involved with people that are still in the middle of a really bad time. Because I know what I've been like when I've been going through my really bad time. I mean, wouldn't really wish it on anyone. Right, you came closer than anyone. There's somebody that you did touch, you know, quite deep. Spirit. Oh, right. Well, you've got this card as well. The child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness and tenderness. Inner mother, innocence, gentleness, tenderness. It is. It's very flowy, the energy here for Aquarius. Everything's going to start happening for you now. I can feel it. You know, I really can feel this. It's like it's time. It's time for Aquarius now to start enjoying yourself more, to really relax, and Spirit is going to be helping you, bringing you this really lovely new opportunity for love, and for money. And it's really going to start flowing for you now, because you're being kinder to yourself and you're being more relaxed, you know. Okay, let's go into Gemini. I'm taking too long. I'm panicking. I'm sorry, but I'm very honest when I do my readings. There's no point in me pretending to be someone I'm not. Oh, Gemini. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Oh, blimey. Oh, blimey. You know, you could be getting closer to somebody again that you went through a rocky patch with, okay? You've been very cautious, very careful because of how you got hurt. You're really over it. You're over the worst. It's been like being stabbed in the back several times. But, you know, you're like, yeah, done. I'm done with that. And look at this. Spiritual upgrades, the world. A karmic cycle came to completion. You had to pay off karmic debts. That's why you had to go through this really horrible situation in a relationship, and it was vile. But this is confirmation from Spirit that karma has now been paid off. Well done. Cancel, clear, delete. You've done it. Okay. Now, what happens next? There's temptation. You've got the Devil and the Lover's cards. Right. Just watch out. Be mindful that you don't get back into an addiction, whatever addiction that may be. Could be to a person or anything. It is a bit mysterious, but I tell you, there's attraction here. There's temptation. There's possible obsession. You've cleared out your karma. I think somebody is still addicted to you or still wants you in their life. And they are wondering how that is going to happen. It looks like it's on the cards that you're having some sort of reunion or a relationship is getting closer again. I look what's it say? I look for you everywhere. Sorry, guys. You have to bear with me because I'm not feeling too good today. I think it's that full moon. It just like did my body, like it's my body. Right, let's have a look at it's very, very clear that you have paid off karma, and now something really good can happen for you, and a relationship can now improve. And I think that person does want that, but you just have to be aware that you have to keep their ego in check, because this person does have ego. And so, you know, you just always have to be mindful of that. But I think it will be better going forwards. Hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. So Spirit is basically saying there is a relationship it's a bit mysterious at the moment. You probably sense that this relationship's gonna come back together, and it's just such a mystery, isn't it? Why we go through these funny phases in relationships, you know, and it could be anything, a family member, a friend, a lover, and then all of a sudden, boom, something starts to shift and it starts to improve again. But it's all, you just don't realise the karmic web and how we're all interlinked. It's quite amazing, really. So something improving there for you with a relationship. And also, I want to say, for some of you, it might be your relationship with an addiction, and that you're sort of getting a better grip on it or something like that. I just want to say that as well. Right, we're going to Libra. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Oh dear, heart-to-heart conversations. I make that face because I'm not very good at heart-to-heart conversations. Oh dear. Well, you might have been having heart-to-heart conversations with somebody anyway. Actually, I have, to be fair. Me and my cousin were having a bit of a reunion at the weekend. That's why I've not been filming. And it was lovely. We had a bit of heart-to-hearts, which were actually quite nice. You've been quite careful with your energy. You've been careful with how you proceed with relationships and things. And just even in terms of your own health and stuff. You're coming into this brilliant energy of the Empress, right? This is a new beginning for you with your health and with your wellness and your sort of like optimism and your abundance. You're coming into your power, Libra, right? And it's just going to keep getting better and better. Maybe there is a conversation you're going to have with somebody that is integral to this happening. You know, and it doesn't have to be with a lover, does it? It could be just a conversation that is going to be had. And it's going to be very good because it's a sign when you have this conversation of what it is you need to do next. And it's going to kind of solve a lot of your problems, okay? Now, the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups, the energy you're coming into contact with is incredible. There is a very spiritual energy around you at this time. I would say, Libra, you are tapping into spirit more and more. I know I am, and you know I've got a lot of Libra in my chart. I don't react when people mention you. There is someone who's very private with the High Priestess and that card there. They're very private and they do want a new emotional experience with you. And there is mysteries here that can be unravelled. Information can flow out. You could receive good news about a relationship, but you could also receive good news about some other area of your life. That's what I'm being shown. Some good news coming out and it'll be like, wow, this is actually going to be really freaking good for me and solve some of my problems. Spirit, the rose thread, inner call, soul-led, the mystic, and living courageously. Boom. Do you see what I mean, Libra? I mean, this is what I'm doing at the moment. You know, it is a bit mystical, but I've got a lot closer to spirit lately and I know exactly... not exactly, but pretty much I'm a lot more aware and understanding of what spirit wants me to do. And I think that's what's happening with Libra. I think we're getting a lot more clued up, a lot more clarity on what we need to be doing next and how we need to be connecting with ourselves. And it's like very empowering. Living courageously. You sort of know how you're doing it, but you sort of don't at the same time. It's like, shit. Why am I feeling so good all of a sudden? Why do I suddenly have so much clarity? I feel it's because you've paid off... I feel Libra's paid off some karmic debts, you know, and it's been bloody hard work, but I think that's what we've done. And I think that's why something is starting to click for us now. So get ready because there's something very good about to happen to you on different levels. You know, I feel relationship-wise, but also to do with your health or your purpose, that type of thing. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear, we're going to sorry, I should have said Leo. I just got an itchy nose. I didn't really want that. They do say an itchy nose is a sign of spirit. Oh, Leo, codependency. Is there someone codependent on you, or have you been codependent on a situation or a person? You're free. You don't need to, okay? There is a card here about giving your relationship a chance. So there may be a relationship that you need to give a chance right now. I think you've come out of a codependent situation. It might not have been that you were dependent on a person, but perhaps you were dependent on a job or whatever it was. But you had some sort of dependence on something that I think you've very recently released. And this full moon's probably even helped you to release it more. So now you're really standing in your power. But they are saying there's some sort of relationship that you need to give a chance. You've been celebrating recently and feeling so much happier. You know, you're really well on your way on your healing journey here. And you've got the Queen of Pentacles the next few days. I mean, my God, Leo, there's no stopping you now. You hold a pentacle in your hand, and in that pentacle you get visions. You get visions of what's happening, what's going to happen. You've got a lot more clarity now. You're connecting with your divine light. You know, I've got Leo in my chart, and it's a very pivotal time where a lot of dots are getting joined in your head, and it's all of a sudden making more sense. Your energy is going to be ramping up the next few days, and you're going to be feeling extremely motivated. It's like you're on fire again, you know, and you're sort of like really loving life. You will do better and better with money as you get older. And, right. You're connecting here with an interesting energy. Page of Wands to the Emperor. A very immature energy to all of a sudden a very mature energy. Yeah? So somebody's either seriously growing up and coming into their power at the moment, and that is going to freaking amaze you. There's an energy of somebody that's got a lot of attraction towards you, but also they are going to be thinking logically as well. And you could receive good news from this person. You could be coming into contact with an organisation that could really help you, and it could be really good news for you as well. But there's somebody here that definitely wants to connect with you, and I would say genuine. It's not frivolous. This is quite serious, you know, genuine. Somebody saying, I knew exactly what I was doing. That could be another energy. That could be the immature energy as well. But I think you've broken away from dependency on something that wasn't working. You've done that. You've already been celebrating what you've released. Honestly, I see Leo massively coming into your power. It's unbelievable. It's brilliant. Rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy and pleasure. Oh, I love it. Look, I mean, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy and pleasure. You are connecting with your joy. You are connecting with what makes you sing. And my God, Leo, just like I said, your energy is ramping up now. There is literally nothing going to stop Leo, because I see the dots getting joined. That's what Spirit is telling me. So things are just going to keep ramping up for Leo at the moment, and just watch this space is what I'm saying, because it's just going to keep getting better and better for you now. You know, there's an energy, there's good news, and it makes logical sense. Right, we'll go into Aries. I've got 10 minutes to do the rest of these star signs. I ain't never going to get them done in 10 minutes. Okay, so Aries, wedding. Oh my God. Right, this is really mental, okay? You're getting two cards which are the complete opposite. You've got unrequited love. There's not enough attraction to keep this relationship going. And then you've also got the wedding card. Okay, this situation involves marriage. You could have two different people, and one is just like totally not happening. The other one is. You could have a situation that has like gone from one extreme to the other as well. It's almost like Spirit is saying the sky is the limit. Do not limit yourself in what is possible, because literally anything is possible. You've got the High Priestess. Yes, anything is possible, because the High Priestess sits at the top of the tree of life, pretty much. She's number 2. And she just is the channel. She's the vessel for Spirit, right? She's the channel. And she's a spiritual bride. She is as close as you can get to source. She's the holiest card in the deck. And you've got the Empress as well. My God. She is the vessel rather than the channel. She's the vessel. She's accepting. Look where you've come. Look how far you've come. I've got Aries in my chart, and it's like we are now at a place of self-acceptance and being able to accept, all right, you don't want to give me that. You don't want to give me that. Fine. I accept me. I accept what Spirit is showing me. I'm not trying to force these situations anymore. I'm not trying to cure these situations anymore. And it's like, boom. You know, something crazy has been happening with Aries. The amount of clarity, the amount of spiritual upgrades. You are so close to Spirit. It's like my relationship with Spirit is more important than any relationship with anyone, any lot of you who are not giving me what I deserve. And you're empowered. You are completely empowered. You honestly don't need anything that anyone's been offering you. Anyway, that's where you've come to. You know, you are standing in your power and you are your own source. And you've got the Page of Pentacles to the Hierophant. It's a mental energy. I can't get over this. It's mirroring the first two cards that came out. Unrequited love. Okay, that is Page of Pentacles energy. That is somebody who is really attracted to you, who gives you all the signals and the signs, but they don't apply themselves. They're immature and they're too easily distracted. And then you've got the marriage card with the Hierophant, which is known to be the marriage card in the deck. How crazy is that? I feel, Aries, you are going to go from one extreme to the other in no time at all. You're going to go from having just like the most unreliable, confusing situations to literally the best situation you've ever had. And that's what's sort of going to happen, basically. But I think it's because you've completed some sort of karmic cycle. Or you sort of made a breakthrough with a karmic pattern that you kept falling into. And it's like, I don't need that anymore. I don't need that. I don't need to keep doing that because I don't need it. I don't care. And not in a nasty way, but that's what I'm being shown. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm so attracted to you. Well, they will be. Because you've got High Priestess to the Empress. Whatever, doesn't matter what gender you are going to be highly attractive. The Rose Thread, Inner Call, Soul-Led, the Mystic, and Living Courageously. Boom. Aries, you are on fire. I mean, I said it about Leo, but I mean, Aries, you are going to see things turn around in your life quicker than you can freaking imagine. By the end of this year, you'll be in a completely different place to what you're in now. Believe me. That's what's going to happen. Okay, we're going to Sagittarius. I've got to get my skates on. I've got 5 minutes to do 6. I'm a nutter. It's because I'm taking the kids snowboarding. And I can assure you I'm not snowboarding anywhere. Sod that. Right, Sagittarius, you've got the wedding card. This situation involves marriage. You are lining up with, like, marriage commitment. Why is that? Because you've shown a commitment to yourself. Yeah, you ended a bad situation. You ended something that was a toxic dynamic. And you're over the worst of it, you know. And it's not about, oh, this person was toxic. No, it's nothing about that. It was your own toxic dynamic. It was your own self doing it. And you recognised it and realised, I've got to stop it. And now you're receiving spiritual upgrades, okay? On this full moon, you come full circle. Some sort of karmic cycles come into completion. There's a lot of people watching and a lot of people that know about this, and they will be surprised. Your person was left out in the cold, abandoned, rejected. A lot of issues coming out for them. Felt very alone. But Four of Swords, they have been thinking about you a lot, and they are reviewing, thinking about you, about what they need to do next. I love you unconditionally. Yeah, I think you've been through a very testing time with somebody here. It's been hell. It really has been hell. But you can't blame it all on them. It has been something to do with your own patterns. And, but you've really knocked it on the head. You've finally, I feel there's been a pattern in previous relationships, and it's weird because it's this relationship where you finally made the connections in your head and you realised, I've got to stop doing this in relationships. And that's what has happened for you, and that's why I feel this relationship turning around. The bloom, creations realised, the right time, harvest and celebrate. It's amazing. So that's the thing. This is divine timing that this has happened, that you have made certain realizations within yourself, that you have come to completion with this karmic pattern, and now you can move forward and really blossom in your relationships. And it's going to happen for you now. You know, it's going to happen for you now because you know you can't keep compromising your consciousness level. You have to stay consciously aligned and stay true to yourself. And there's somebody here that does love you unconditionally. So you'll be surprised that a situation can be resolved. Okay, Scorpio. I've got 1 minute to do 3 reasons. I keep making myself laugh saying that today. I won't be laughing when I switch the video off because I'll have to get these kids ready quick, smart. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Massive karma clearing out on this full moon that we've just had. And it is about karma, this full moon. And you've smashed it out the ballpark, you know. You, Scorpio, you've just been like, boom, don't want it, don't need it, it's not who I am anymore. Cancel, clear, delete. Fantastic. You're not letting the past define you anymore. You know, it was a slippery slope for you, and it was a negative identity, and it wasn't who you were, and you didn't want to be part of it anymore. You don't want to be part of it anymore, you know? It's like, no, that's not me. I've got Scorpio in my chart, and it's like, I'm done with being like that now. I'm done with needing certain things or being disappointed about, oh, I wish I had this or I need that. No, you don't. Knight of Swords, you know, you are totally within your power. Knight of Swords has great skills to deal with any challenges that may befall him. He has the ability to defeat any opponent. Right? You are bloody skillful. You are bloody good at everything you do, and you know it. And now it's a time of action. Now it's a time of Scorpio coming back into your power, even more so, with so much clarity, you know. And yeah, you're rocking it at the moment, Scorpio. You're rocking it. This is a new beginning for you, and you're in your power, and you're going to damn well enjoy yourself. You're going to be very happy. The energy around you, right, you had somebody that was very non-communicative, very unclear, very confused. They were not able to make decisions. They were not able to communicate. They were not able to see clearly with the Ace of Swords reversed. I don't normally read cards in the reverse position anymore, but there it is. This person is starting to move forward more smoothly. They're starting to figure where people slot into their life and be more realistic, basically. Because they have to. I mean, what they're going to do, they're going to carry on being blocked for the rest of their life. You might not even care anymore, quite frankly. Oh, look at this. I am afraid to contact you. So, yeah, somebody screwed up. Somebody screwed up big time. And what I would say was happening is there's a situation in your life. It may not even be a relationship that was just not working out anymore. And you had no clue. You had no clue why it didn't work, this situation, it just wasn't working. It was bizarre how it all happened. But now you're going to be moving forward very smoothly and quite glad and quite happy. Okay, that situation that was confusing and wasn't going anywhere and was very stuck and it wasn't happening, that's a thing of the past. You know, everything is going to be moving more smoothly forward for you now into a much better place. And you might not be exactly where you want to be right now, but you are well headed there. You're very close. Healing is happening. You are not broken. Trust the process. It is safe to soften. Okay, so Spirit is just saying, look, you know, yes, the healing is happening. Trust the process. It's safe for you to relax now. Yeah, you can relax a bit now. They don't want you to be on edge all the time or feel like you've got to be really, really strong. I don't think you might feel a bit crazy at times because it's like you feel so empowered, but you can sort of relax with it. Because you're in a good place, Scorpio. You're in a freaking good place. And things are just going to keep moving along more smoothly for you now. You see? Okay, so we're going to Pisces. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Oh dear. So some sort of reunion or reconciliation, or you might be even, if this is not to do with the person, you might even be reconnecting with something that you did before and you're like, all of a sudden you realise, God, this makes so much sense. I need to reconnect with this thing and start doing this again because it was really good for me. You've got here the World card. So there are spiritual upgrades for Pisces at the moment and a lot of things will be making more sense to you. You know, you may be a bit disappointed about certain things, but there's a massive opportunity here for something to go forward much more smoothly for you now. So that's why I'm saying this could be a breakthrough in fact, this could be multiple things going on for Pisces right now because I'm thinking of me and I've got Pisces in my chart. There could be a few different areas in your life, like even something with your health or relationship, you know, or even life purpose. It's like a few different things for Pisces have suddenly ended a very negative karmic cycle, and where you kept getting on a slippery slope, feeling a bit depressed and sad that certain things had gone wrong for you, you're going forward now, you're making a realisation about some very, very good things, and you're like, oh, actually, these good things that are happening are actually possibly going to turn some situations around for me completely, 180. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So you could be receiving some good news about a relationship or your health or your life purpose or some other area of your life, and I feel like it's more than one area. And it's just weird. It's like when we have a spiritual upgrade, it's basically a cleansing of karma, and karma is our accumulated ego, you see, or our ego is our accumulated karma. So I feel, Pisces, you've sort of released some of that lately with this World. That's a sign that you will have released some of this karma, and it's the karma, it's the ego that obstructs us from making these realizations, you know, because Spirit's basically standing there with everything that we could ever want going like it's here. But we can't bloody see it because we can't see Spirit. All we can see is our own ego, and we're locked into samsara. So there's what I'm trying to say to you. I know sometimes I talk in riddles, but what I'm trying to say, you're going to get some good news or some realizations that are very good news, and they're going to be the answers to your prayers. And it's about two different things in your life, not just one, two. Okay? Oh, somebody just put something through my door. I wish I had treated you better. Yeah. So, you know, you've got here the Lover's card to the Seven of Swords. There's somebody here that's been very mysterious. They may have been attracted to you. They probably haven't treated you right. There could be somebody that had a plan and it wasn't going to really work. It was all a bit like they were a bit do I, don't I, or they weren't very clear. They never really given you a solid answer. And they had a hope or a plan that it's just, you knew it was never going to work from the beginning. And they kind of realised that they probably haven't really done the best by you. Okay, but there's going to be a whole thing going on here with that situation. Like I said, it doesn't have to just be to do with relationship. Please read between the lines. You know, this could be to do with your health. This could be to do with your life purpose, where somebody basically hasn't really, you know, treated you the best or given you the best opportunity. But my God, it's all going to come together. There's very good things in these cards, but definitely two problems are going to be solved very soon. Okay. Hidden plane, mysteries, learning and teaching. Yeah. So there's been stuff hidden. There's been mysteries. And now Spirit is saying there's going to be learning and teaching. Right? So these situations that have been very hard for you, very testing, that are now going to be solved in the most mysterious and weird and wonderful ways. That maybe a relationship's turning around as well, finally. It's like, God, you know, it's so interesting because it's going to help you with your own spiritual learning. And it's also going to help you to teach others in some form, okay? Right, we're going to Cancer. I've gone 15 minutes over schedule, so hopefully I can still get the kids ready for their snowboarding session. We're just going to have to move in double time. Right, calling in your soulmate. Oh, Cancer. Your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. Interesting. I am getting a lot of, obviously you know I'm Cancer, I am getting a lot of messages coming in for Cancer at the moment to do with soulmate, to do with relationship, to do with love. You've had a massive breakthrough recently with the Ace of Swords and a lot more clarity, and you may have been making decisions, or you just may have been feeling so much better because you finally realised certain things make sense, what Spirit's been trying to teach you all the time. All the way through, you've been confused about what the hell was going on to do with your relationship life, and now it's finally all making sense. And that's going to be different for all of us as Cancers in this soul family, but it's still going to be the same overall thing. That we are finally making huge breakthroughs and understanding what the hell Spirit was trying to say to us when it came to getting our perfect relationship. Now we have got the Moon card, which is a very deep card. It's very much like a Cancer card really, because we are ruled by the Moon. More and more is going to get revealed. We've just had a full moon, haven't we, within the last 24 hours. Or the last 48 hours. So lots is going to get revealed, and the most important thing is to stay very calm, very still at this time. The more calm you stay, the more still you stay, the more will be revealed. And it's going to be easier for you to do this than normal because of the clarity and the understanding you now have with Spirit. You know? There's somebody here thinking about you. They've been very much in a period of life where they've been more mature. This is somebody with maturity. This is somebody who really thinks deeply. And they are very much serious about building a long-term future with the Seven of Pentacles, right? This is somebody who is definitely very mature, very much in it for the long term. And sometimes they can get a bit despondent in life because they're such a hard worker. But this is somebody where things will bloom later on. There's also somebody saying here, you were the best thing in my life. I do think there's an energy, because it could be a group energy as well. I think there is a collective energy here thinking about Cancer. Thinking about Cancer, you know, and sort of realising certain things. And for some people, they may feel a bit fed up because they sort of lost out with Cancer, okay? But with others, there is an energy here of somebody who is mature and who actually will put the work in long term for Cancer, right? Now, that's why it's important to stay very still at this time, because you've made the realizations which you now can use to keep yourself in your power. And you know, we can keep ourselves calm because of the realizations we've been making this year, and most recently, because I know I have. And it's like, wow, basically Spirit has been trying to protect Cancer all the way through. Spirit has been trying to say, look, you know, you are your own source, you are your own power, and you are basically independent, right? And when you can totally sort of like embrace your independence, you become your own source. That's what Cancer's doing. And so just stay really still, because there's going to be certain things revealed about somebody who is thinking about you, and there is definitely very good long-term outcomes here. Lineage of the Rose, moved by the Goddess, here for this, soul call and gather. Yeah, you are here for this. You're calling in your soulmate. You finally made the realizations where your soulmate is within your reach, Cancer. Okay, and so your spirit guides are confirming that you were here for this. This was a big part of your life purpose in this lifetime, for you to understand what you needed to do, who you needed to become, you know. And once you become who you needed to become, you start to send out the signal, the soul call for your soulmate. And that's what's going on with Cancer in this soul family at the moment. We're starting to emit the correct frequency that we were here to embody. Yeah? So that is now starting to send out that call for our soulmate. And I do predict for this soul family, most of us will have our soulmate by Christmas, by, you know, within the next 6 months. And you know, I don't often give out predictions, but that's what I've been shown. So you can stay very still, you can stay very relaxed, right? Because you've made a lot of realizations that are really important in this process, and all you need to do is be giving out energy, and it's going to come to you anyway. The soul call, moved by the Goddess, you are here for this, soul call and gather. You know, this is part of your lineage. Your spirit guides are helping you. So just whatever realizations you've made lately about yourself and about relationships, just stay very still and meditate on that beautiful energy and beautiful realization. You are starting to send out the most amazing frequency, and it is calling in your soulmate. Some of you may have already called your soulmate in very recently, and others of you, I would say the next 6 months it will happen for this soul family. Okay, so I'm sending you peace and love. And if you need any support with it and you're just like, Kerry, I don't know if I have made the realization, then do book in with me, please, for a tarot or an astrology session, right? Because I can give you the clarity. Because once you get it, then you're on your way to giving out the correct frequency, right? So I'm sending you lots of love and peace. And yeah, and if you want to book in with me, just do. And thanks for giving the video a thumbs up, by the way, and subscribing. One love.